How's it going, everybody? Steve from Perfect Reload here, and we are taking a look at the Crew Motofest. They've actually put out a 5-hour trial, so if you want to check the game out and you're not sure if it's for you, I highly suggest you check it out, because that's what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm really in the mood for a racing game right now, but I am kind of curious about this, especially in a year like this where the new Forza game is a traditional Forza Motorsport game and not Horizon. Over the course of the past probably 10 years or so, maybe even longer for me, I've really shifted away from like full sim racing games into the more arcade style that I was used to growing up in the arcade with games like California Speed, Cruising USA, Cruising Exotica, all that stuff. I really enjoyed the Forza Horizon games. For the Crew, I've actually never played the Crew. I didn't play the first or the second one, but this one's kind of caught my eye. So we have the trial running, and I got my options set up. I think we're all good to go for the most part. So why don't we jump into a new game? We're going into this blind. I haven't seen much of the marketing of this game. You know, I saw like the trailer that they did at the Ubisoft Forward event during the summer, around Summer Games Fest time. But you know, they did some like hands-on stuff with, you know, with the media, and I didn't really watch any of that. I kind of, you know, just want to see what they got going on here. I've heard mixed things. You know, some of the video game podcasts I listen to have talked about it this week, and you know, piqued my curiosity enough to say, hey, let's, you know, at the very least, let's take a brief look at what this game has to offer. The last Forza Horizon game, which I believe is 5, the one that took place in Mexico, I put a lot of time into that game. I really enjoyed it. It was one of my favorite games of the year. It was, what, 2 years ago, I think that came out? 2021, I believe. Really solid game. Horizon 4 I thought was fine, but there's something about 5 that really clicked with me. And I know with the Crew, these games, from what I can tell, you know, like I said, I haven't played them before. They seem like they're more in line with those games than anything else. You know, I've played some of the Need for Speed games here and there. I actually played the most recent one, Unbound. I actually thought was not too bad. But you know, I'd love to find a new racing game to dive into. Let's all right, let's make a person. I guess we'll just make standard person, I guess. There we go. There, we could be a lady. Why don't we be a lady? We'll be a lady for once. I kind of go back and forth. My whole thing is I choose the appearance, gender, whatever you want to have for my video game character, typically based on the voice I am going to be listening to. If I think that the female presenting voice is that I'm going to listen to for the next 40 hours potentially is better than the male voice, that's what I'm going to go with. It does not matter to me, you know, if I'm playing as a dude or a lady. I just don't care. I just don't want to be annoyed. I guess that ponytail one that's a bit too much. That looks a little too mom corporate. Yeah, this one's fine. You got any weird colors? Yeah. Oh, we lost. Oh, I had to, should probably press the A button. Yeah, that probably helps. There we go. I like that blue. Let's get some contrast though. Go green eyes. There we go. All right. Clothes, a hoodie, Hawaiian shirts. Yeah, definitely. So this game takes place in Hawaii, so makes this. Oh, well, yeah, obviously we gotta have. Well, I do like the rolled up sleeve dress shirt's not bad, but yeah, definitely a leather jacket. Now, can we get? Do they have anything stupid to go along with that? Unfortunately, not really. Jeans, some shorts, some pants. Various pants, shorts, other shorts, cargo shorts. Stop wearing cargo shorts. 2023. Stop wearing cargo shorts. I guess just the black. Now for shoes, I am not a shoe person. I'm not like a shoe collector type person. I don't need to go out and get the hot new Jordans. I will tell you this, I will never be caught dead in my life wearing high top sneakers. I think they're the dumbest looking thing on earth. Yeah, no way am I ever going to do that with these pair of Chelsea boots. It's fine. Hat? Nah, we don't need a hat. Sunglasses? Nah. Driving gloves? Absolutely, you do need driving gloves. Animations. The analyst. Nah, bouncing around in the leather jacket, that's not the thing. This one just stands and looks. That's good. The big wave. Back in my day, son, that was called the worm. That is goofy. All right, I think we're good with that.
All right, everyone, settle down. I know you're all excited. That chopper ride is always a trip. So, welcome again to the Motorfest. I'm Malu, the Motorfest PR, and I'm here to get you up to speed. You are our special guests, athletes, festival goers, car lovers, all gathered here in majestic Hawaii. These are the festival grounds, but we've got the whole island set up for you. We've created
inflatable ram.
You can drive anything from the iconic to the super customized. It's a Motorfest branded, lovingly crafted car culture celebration. We call these lovelies the playlists. And I'm not just reading from the Motorfest app here either. I tried them out before you arrived. And
Hey, this, you know, the setup for this, you know, I'm actually kind of curious. Like I said, because I haven't played the crew games before. I'm wondering like how story heavy they are. You know, oh geez, okay, well we're just right into it. All right, here we go. Okay, that's okay, pretty standard there. Got a drift. Got some NOS. Got hooked up by the Torettos.
Made in Japan.
Oops. Just go right over that curb.
Japanese car culture.
So this game I am playing on the PC version. I didn't feel like lugging an Xbox in here or a PlayStation. So this is through the Epic Game Store. The game is not on Steam. And for PC settings, you know, it had a fair amount of options in terms of texture quality and all that stuff, but a no uncapped frame rate. You can either cap the frame rate at 60 or cap it at 30. This is smooth to me, at least. Seems fine. I don't have a frame rate counter turned on right now, but seems fine. It's better certainly than that. I mean, of course I'd rather have an uncapped frame rate, but it is at least better than that weird trend lately that has been going on where games with uncapped frame rates are defaulting in their settings to a capped frame rate. We talked about that on the show over the past couple of weeks. There's been a few games that are doing it, and I truly don't understand it. Unless it's like something where they just feel like, hey, we don't want people to wonder why their game isn't running right, so we just choose this as a default or something like that. I have no idea, but it's definitely kind of odd. That brief bit of gameplay that felt fine. Controls were responsive. I didn't have any issues. Felt very I guess actually that felt a little bit more like a Need for Speed-ish, I guess. Maybe when we get into this off-roading, maybe we can, you know, see how it compares to Horizon. I like the look of this. I think even though that this is a newer game than Horizon 5, I don't think this looks as good. But small sample size so far, obviously.
Off-road gives you an opportunity to carve your own path, to explore the open experience.
Oh, we got NOS in the trophy truck too.
Island becomes your play.
Actually, I think this is just a Bronco. Yeah, there's a Ford badge on the back. Oh, yeah, we hit that. Let's I thought there was a rewind. Yeah, there we go. I want to hit this, and then we hit it worse. Okay. That makes sense. I don't think the purpose in these is for me to win anyway, so I think we'll be all right. But obviously, yeah, rewind mechanic. That's pretty standard and fair these days for racing games. One that is somebody who doesn't perform super well in racing games, I welcome. I played a lot of racing games growing up, you know, mostly in the arcade. You know, the driver's seat style racing games, you know. At home, you know, I would pick up the NASCAR games every once in a while. I was a big Need for Speed fan. Need for Speed Underground, the first one, is probably one of my all-time favorites. I think it was like Most Wanted on the Wii U. That one I actually got fairly deep into. And then the one that I probably, just randomly, because I wasn't necessarily a big player of the series, that I got into the most was, I wish I could remember what number it is, but it was the Gran Turismo that was on the PS3. And my God, I sunk hundreds of hours into that, like a concerning amount of time into that game. And that was the last one that I really kind of went down the rabbit hole with the exception of, like I said, Horizon 5. I probably put 100 plus, you know, somewhere between 100 and 150 hours into Horizon 5.
Is all about the competition. Aptly named the Motorsports playlist, this one is for the pros.
I actually really like this intro, like very quickly getting you into different kinds of vehicles, different kinds of tracks. This is actually like a really nice way to intro a racing game. I really appreciate this. So far, I will say that the two vehicles haven't necessarily felt all that different from each other, if that makes sense. I mean, yes, I could tell that I was a little bit uneven driving the off-roading stuff, but it didn't feel, the handling of that Ford Bronco did not feel that different than that tuner car that we had at the beginning. This feels a little bit more, I don't know, this feels a little different, I guess. I'm going to pit road. All right, grip restored, let's go. We got places to be. Oh, that's interesting, they all just kind of pop in.
Triumphing with your team in what some consider the apex of motorsports.
Now, despite that sounding like a negative, you know, that these vehicles haven't really controlled all that differently from each other, this is probably the most different, but I think that's more so because we're having to brake a little bit more consistently in this. I think this plays good. Like, I am enjoying this. This does not feel like, I don't feel like I have the car getting away from me or anything like that. I feel like I'm effectively handling, you know, handling the race. It did ask me before I started the recording, it asked me what difficulty I wanted to put this on. I just chose the one in the middle, the default. I assume maybe the easier one has more assists or something to that degree.
Felt good to be the champion, but then I got to go old school.
Race some classic cars.
Vintage Garage, a playlist for the true car aficionado.
Where are they sticking us in? Okay. Okay, that's actually nice touch with the music. Oh, that's cool. No GPS because it's an older car. That's a nice touch, actually.
It's not just about the look or the nostalgia. It's how these things drive, how they feel, how they steer. It was quite a challenge, in the best way possible.
Ooh. Yeah, this car definitely feels a little bit looser. So yeah, there's subtle differences, I assume, as you get more and more into the cars. Is that like a Bonneville next to us or something? An old boat car, I don't think would be performing better than majority of what's in here.
There was no nitro to boost you and no GPS to guide you. It feels strangely comforting.
All right, gonna overtake everybody. We are the race king. I think the lighting looks good. What's the test in a racing game? The lighting, the puddles, you know, reflections off the car, how round the tires are, things like that, I guess. Oh, I got some VW bus races.
So,
some rally
out
cars,
with the
maybe?
old and in with the new, they say. The next playlist is legendary.
We're putting us in like a Testarossa.
A playlist to truly experience.
Oh, these are modern.
The iconic, the trailblazing.
Modern Lambos.
I'm running out of adjectives here.
I've always had an appreciation for cars, you know, something my dad and I kind of had in common. But I gotta tell you, I have never had the desire at all in my life to get into like a Lamborghini. Like I just have like zero interest in that. There are other, you know, very fast sports cars and performance cars that I would be probably more inclined to be interested in. I've never liked the look of Lamborghinis. You know, give me a good 80s Ferrari. Be all right with that. Give me a 97 Dodge Viper, as made famous by the game Dodge Viper.
Quite like some of these cars. It's like a speed race through the story of Lamborghini, one of power and innovation.
So they definitely have a deal with Lamborghini. They're, you guys want to fuck these Lamborghinis like we do? Oh, that's right. We have Nitro again.
Rare privilege. A privilege Motorfest graciously gave me. And now, it's your turn.
Ooh, my turn. All right. Like I said, I think that's a really effective intro to get you behind the wheel of different cars. I think that's a really smart way to get you into things here. I always like when games, you know, racing games provide you with a lot of options. I also kind of like when racing games force you to use certain cars during events. I know some people are like, I just want to play what I want to play, but I kind of like having that forced variety in a way, you know?
Is what it's all about.
Sometimes you find things that you typically wouldn't think that you would want to drive in a racing game. You end up really enjoying it.
Explore the festival soon enough. And let's not forget, we're in Hawaii.
Man, that ram balloon is making its way all over the islands.
Show off your flair. Customize your ride. It's a car culture buffet. Keep up. We're going to go meet the star of the show. Your car, of course.
I was gonna say, is it a car? Yeah. It'd be funnier if it was just some dude. It's like, this is John. He's the star of the show. He's just, you know, John Carmen. He's very popular. He likes cars.
I'll hand you over to Kara, your personal AI assistant.
What we got here? They're gonna tell us what these cars are. I mean, I know that's a Mustang. This is a Nissan. Oh, it's a Honda. This is a BMW M40. Well, I don't like convertibles, but I do like Mustangs. I learned how to drive in a Mustang. That was real fun. The first time I put my foot on the pedal, I shot out into the road.
AI assistance engaged. All engines go.
AI? I am a little tired of the AI racing assistant trope in all of these games. It's a little annoying.
Hello, driver. I'm Kara. Let me assist you in choosing a playlist. Made in Japan. Race over asphalt and drift through neon in a journey through Japanese car culture. Hawaii Scenic Tour. Discover
American Muscle.
American Muscle. 9/11
Porsche.
Legacy. Rule the streets. Join the Donut Media team and answer James.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I don't want to hang out with social media people.
American Muscle.
I kind of want to do this.
Scenic Tour. Discover, explore, and photograph.
This seems cool. Let's do this. Free trial. Yep. Yeah. All like it said there, all of your progress does carry over. Okay, so this is actually more like Horizon than I thought. You are driving in an open world. Oh, what is this? Okay. Yeah, that was bad. Hang on. You gotta go back there for a second.
I'll let you discover what you're going to experience through the next video.
Through the next video. Man, they are very not playing around with this, not hiding the fact that this is a video game. Can we make it up this? Apparently, yes. There's some Hot Wheels shit going on in here. Oh, another one. Well, that was satisfying. All right, let's head over to that. Oh, I didn't notice that. It was kind of like the GPS line in the air. I actually just thought that was like a ribbon tied to these flag posts. Oops, sorry. I don't know what side of the road they drive on in Hawaii. Leave me alone. Move out of my way. I'm a motorist. Where we go? We park in here. I hope they give us like some type of Jeep that has a surfboard in it, so the first time you hit a bump, it just goes flying off and shoots through the windshield of the person behind you. And people really love those new Broncos. They're nice. I see them on the road. You know, they obviously sold very well. I see a whole bunch of them. People that live in the, I live kind of, you see the same cars in the suburbs where I live, Go to the same stores, you kind of see the same cars. And there's a lot of people with Broncos, those new Broncos in this town. I was looking at them up close. I helped my mother buy a new car last year. And we're a Ford family for the most part. So I took her to a Ford dealership, and they had a couple there. This is when they were having some really bad vehicle shortages, so they didn't have much. But they had like one that was like fully tricked out, and it was nice. It's it's not for me, but it was really nice.
You're in for the Hawaii Scenic Tour.
Yes, I am. First event available. Let's go for it. All right. Get the little icons all over the map like every other Ubisoft game. Feels right at home. Okay, so there's lots to do. Photo ops, feats. You can fast travel to container. Oh, ooh. Can't contain this muscle. This engine runs on blood.
See what's coming up.
All right, well, I guess we will
since your arrival.
Head over there. Let me just knock over this merch booth.
And because there is no place like this in 5 oceans, the Motorfest has crafted an experience focused on it.
Get out of my way!
Exploring Hawaii, let's celebrate it.
I can't crash through the guardrail?
Motorfest grounds.
Really? How am I supposed to get through? So wait, I ran over trees before, but I can't get through that guardrail? Oh my god. I can crush that concrete, but I can't get through this guardrail. Yeah, just drive over stone, knock down buildings, defy gravity by boosting over that hill. There we go. All right, let's make our way over here. Or are we going over to the loop-de-loops? Oh, whatever this thing is. I'm coming. Okay, here we are. We are at the car meet. Oh, this is, I thought this was gonna be like off-roading. They're giving us a GT. Okay, so this is like just straight up sports, like high-end sports cars. All right. Fair enough. Has everybody got the same? Oh, no, there's some variety. All right, let's win this thing. I am the Motorfest. Oh, Keanu Reeves is here. I guess we could change some. There's a cockpit view. We're getting up to about 300 miles per hour as one does. Oh, this is colorful. This is nice. But we gotta at least beat Mitch, Keanu, and Pamela. I think we took that turn kind of bad. Oh, you can open the pause menu by pressing the pause button. That's good to keep in mind. I mean, you never know these days, right? You got buttons that do all sorts of things. Oh, you got three laps to try and get back. Oh, this is not, jeez, it's kilometers. I was like, there's no way we're going 300 miles per hour. It's kilometers. Okay.
So, driver, how's the race going on this brand new Motorfest circuit? A bit intense, isn't it? But no pressure. The key word here is exploration. You don't have to win to move on to the next race.
Oh, that's nice.
Enjoy the ride. Victory's just a bonus here.
That's a good way to lay out a racing game. You don't always have to have that pressure to win.
Everywhere on this track, you will feel the Hawaiian connection to elements. Look at these sharks. They mark the entrance to the water area.
Get out of my way. I'm very much appreciating how bright and colorful this is. This is quite nice.
You can see the sand playground on the left for you to practice your off-road skills whenever you want.
I do love a sand playground. Can they give me like one of those big like turtle sandboxes that I could fit a car inside of? That'd be great.
Warm and vibrant like
shouldn't have drifted.
Here comes the concert zone. This area is all about getting together and enjoying some great music. You know this volcano? It's the car meet. Social hub, custom shows.
I don't think that's a real volcano.
You already got the drill, right?
This is really well playing. I honestly can't speak highly enough of how smooth this is playing. You know, it's not, I don't feel like I'm fighting to stay on the driving line like I do with some racing games. I also don't feel like I'm being punished unfairly for not sticking to the driving line like you do with some games. I think this is a really nice balance. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that, I don't know, maybe, you know, with the people that have covered the game who've, you know, played far more of the game than I have, maybe there is a lack of depth at some point, or maybe some type of repetitive nature to that degree. But in terms of just straight gameplay, in my time with it so far, I think it's pretty solid. I think this is gonna be a really nice counter to the new Forza Motorsport that's coming out. You know, we'll check that game out on the channel. I'm not super interested in it, just like I've said previously in this video. You know, I've kind of moved away from the sim games, but it's on Game Pass, so there's really no excuse to not check it out. Plus, you know, it is a major release for the year. They've been working on that game for a long time. I'm curious to see what they've done with it. But I kind of find a lot of those games, especially like Gran Turismo, like Drive Club, that stuff, they all start to kind of feel a little too sterile. Like it's like you're in like a car museum in a way, and it's like, yes, you're driving the cars, but it's like one of those things where it's like, don't touch the car.
With a more relaxed journey around this amazing island, you'll get a real guide this time. I promise.
I think we're gonna win. Oh, we got fire! Oh, I turned away from the fireworks and the confetti. Oh well. All right. We win. Do our finger guns. Cool. Get some XP. Some bonuses for the way I drive, it looks like. Let's earn some bucks.
Great job, but the journey is far. Let's meet Kyola. Hawaiian born and raised, he knows these lands.
Yeah,
like
let's
the back of
let's
his
go do
hand.
another one. We'll do at least another race. I wanted to get a few in. I was hoping for a little bit more variety. I figured with doing, you know, the picture of that playlist having off-roading in it, I figured we would be doing off-roading, but I guess it's a variety. We trigger some type of slalom event here. All right, I guess we did. It's kind of a fun diversion, you know, as it is keeping us on the path to our next objective. So that's actually kind of cool, you know, just when you're driving around to kind of. Actually, I really like that. That's actually pretty nice. We did it. Well, we went past our, went past where we're supposed to go. All right, hang on. Then we are now driving backwards on this race course. Or are we going to the big volcano? Can we just go to the big volcano? No, we can't. We go to the big volcano this way? Oh, we might. I think it is a little unrealistic that I can just mow over these trees. Not this one, I guess. Maybe it wasn't going fast enough, but those trees in that little area, like, yeah. But I can't go through the barricade to cut through. That's a little, I don't know. That seems a little odd. But I do appreciate the freedom to go off-road to get to an objective faster. That is nice. Oh, another one of these damn barricades. Uh-oh. This is bad. Well, how do I get in? Yeah, give me a jump button. Is there a way to like fast travel? I don't want to spend our limited time getting stuck here. Oh, I can't fast travel. All right. Oh, I have to do playlist to unlock fast travel. All right. Well, let's figure out how to get back over there. I will say, the way that, maybe it's just the way this car handles. Okay, we're doing the slalom again. This car does not handle great. I'm not a super big fan of this. It's actually fairly difficult to navigate around in here. Oh, I have to wait for that event that I triggered to end. That sucks. Okay, that's a huge negative. You know, you don't mean to trigger these things when you're driving on your way to an event. So now now you're just forced to sit here. So that's not super cool. I'm not a big fan of that. All right, we're gonna race in some Volkswagen combis. Wait, you're up against motorcycles and sports cars, and I got the hippie wagon 9000. All right, we're going to the Dead concert. Oh, Keanu, Pamela, and Mitch are back. Oh, and Elvis, that's nice.
My name is Keola Nakahiki Raposo. You think you can remember that? Ah, easy, Ron. No
I do
worries.
appreciate
You
that
can just
the
call me
AI
Joe.
also drives
I was
like a
told that
total
you needed someone
moron
to show you
and just
around.
crashes into
My
shit
boy,
constantly,
short
knocking
story,
things
so
over.
along the way.
Well, I want to get a big Shaka hand sign. Put that in my front yard. A lot of balloons in this place. Oh, this does not seem like a good idea in a bus. Ah!
You might want to take some pictures of these places, yeah?
I like that effect of when you hit that jump and there's like a big dramatic moment. I like the effect of it not, of it like cutting out the music and then having it, having it come back in. That's just attempted murder right there. Get out of the way, Elvis. Do appreciate the fact that we have NOS in our Grateful Dead wagon. Yeah, we sell marijuana and grilled cheese sandwiches
The design on this van,
out of this thing.
that's the
It's, you know, it's a
style.
food truck.
He's a local street artist that always sets the mood for the sandy beach over there.
Call it green cheese. You know, we just put, you know, we melt the cheese. We put all the stems in there. It's a real mild high, you know, mild cheddar, mild high.
For now, enjoy the landscape. Take a look at that island over there. That's Molokai.
Well, it's hard to look at the island. Okay, there's no island. When you're going 150 kilometers per hour in a rocket-powered VW bus. Also, shout out to them to not defaulting to the Imperial system. That's going to screw up a ton of people.
You can believe it or not.
It's actually a fairly lengthy race. We're only 1/4 of the way done with it. That's kind of nice. I think it's good when you can do stuff like this, give these long point-to-point races, simply because, like, you know, if you had to win this and then you would have started all over from the beginning, that would suck. But it's okay if you don't win it. You know, you just kind of get to experience it without that pressure. That's kind of nice. I like that. Oh, that's not good. It's starting to look like it's Arizona iced tea branded. Their skybox looks very nice. The lighting on the water is pretty nice.
Just in front.
Some pop in there, but you know, what are you gonna do?
The palm trees that line the road is pretty cool. Preps you for the first pit.
Oh, thanks. Who was taking that picture though? They just have like drones out. Is the guy in the cloud from Mario Kart hanging out around here? This little VW bug is in my way. Who else is on this road? Is this just a random person on the road? Oh no, is that stuff on top? Okay. Kind of nice, like chill island music in the background. Oh, that was weird. It's like kicked my camera angle out for some reason. It's actually like a fairly chill racing game, you know? I think people are gonna be pretty, I think for the most part, your average race fan, I think they'd be pretty satisfied with this package. You know, obviously, you know, thoughts may change, you know, the more you play the game, you find some issues, you know. But so far, I mean, even if it is just this kind of rinse repeat playlist thing, I think that's you know, it's not a bad little package. I will say though, you know, 2 races into this thing, I guess, I don't know, maybe it's just me, that was a mistake on my end, but you know, when it said scenic Hawaii, obviously this is very scenic. You're taking kind of the scenic route through things, right? I guess I just thought off-roading. Maybe it would just be helpful to have like a little bit of clarification to be like, hey, this is the drifting one, which the Japanese one, the Made in Japan thing did say like, hey, drift heavy. I don't know, maybe you would have some descriptors or something, or maybe even having something saying like, if you choose this playlist, these are the kinds of cars you would be driving, to give you kind of some context clues, you know. I think maybe that would be helpful.
Another photo.
Hey, you didn't even, my car's not even in it.
Just another mountain range?
I will say this is getting a little boring. You know, I was happy how long this point-to-point was, but when you're kind of by yourself, I can't even see the next person in my rear view mirror there. It'd be nice. I'm not quite sure what their rubber banding is going to be, But right now it seems to be kind of non-existent.
Is the
I don't know if maybe it would be more prevalent in like circuit racing or you know, a different type of race besides this point to point. You know, I don't know. Making our way up this kind of hill or mountain. This race did give you a really good idea of what, you know, what this map kind of looks like to a degree, you know. You can tell they definitely put some time and effort into designing this locale. I am a little bit surprised with all the pop-in.
That's my favorite part of the trail.
Some of it is like really just kind of in your face.
So peaceful. Right time to recharge your mana.
I need to recharge my mana. All right, we're getting close to the end here. We drift around this turn in this bus. Yeah, there we go. All right. So yeah, I think they'll probably do it. This is the Crew Motofest out now. Like I said, try out this 5-hour trial. You can download the trial on PC through either the Ubisoft app or the Epic Game Store, or just on your PlayStation or Xbox. I'm digging it so far. You know, I don't know how much more I will play, not because I think it's bad, just because there's a lot of stuff coming out right now and a lot of stuff that has come out recently to play. But I think it's kind of a nice diversion from all that. And when you hold it up 1-to-1 against Forza Motorsport, which is coming out soon, you know, this is a very bright, colorful, arcadey-ish, you know, racer versus that's very kind of serious and more grounded and simulation based. So I think it's a nice that we have some options this year for racing games. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you check this out, or kind of your history with the Crew, or even just what your favorite racing game of all time is. But other than that, it's going to do it for me, and I'll see y'all again real soon.